Morning.
Morning.
How's
Good
everyone?
morning.
Yeah, how is everyone? There's only three of us here.
Well, it's early. You're early for once, David.
I know.
Uh-huh.
I was,
You must be planning on leaving early.
no, I just cleaning some stuff up on my laptop and my alarm went off a couple of times, so I knew it was getting close.
Mhm.
So. Another June gloom day.
June gloom.
I kind of like it, to be honest with you. It clears up in the afternoon, stays nice and cool.
Mhm.
Did you get a haircut, Christina?
Me?
Yeah.
Several weeks ago. It's growing.
Oh,
Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning, gang. How you doing? Hey, David, I've had people asking about that do-off video. How's it coming?
yeah, I know. Well,
Coming.
it's
Yeah.
coming the same, the way all the other doo-wop videos, I understand, coming along.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can get some input from somebody.
Regarding what?
Pertaining to, splicing it together. Splicing the pieces together and, see, the thing is that the actors, they couldn't stay on their mark to save their life, And I told them, I said, I can't keep moving my camera back and forth because that doesn't work.
Yeah.
I've got my camera here, and this is the area that I can see it on the stage. And she marked it off. Yeah, keep going. All right, right there. The other direction, right there. How far out on the front of the stage. And it all went by the wayside one day once the show started.
That's
And
not your fault, David.
I'm trying
The
to
only thing you can do about that is use 3 cameras.
Just do the
Yeah,
best you can. That's all you can do.
Mhm.
that's what I have. I have Irene taped the show, and I want to splice her camera work into my camera work. I just have a couple other activities. One that I did for the Korean church, and it was just strictly photos, and I'm working on that right now because it's strictly photos, and
Because you don't want to work on the other one?
it's these guys actually paid me some money to,
Oh, I see. Okay.
I didn't
All right.
ask for money, but they gave me money.
Good for them.
You feel obligated.
It's about time.
Who gave you money? Do-up or
Sure.
Korean?
No.
Korean group.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was a
I think that's a subject we don't talk
They-
about.
They have elders. They were electing or bringing new elders into the fold, and that's a really big thing at the church, I guess. So.
David,
Yes.
It's- hi. Thank you for allowing me to help you that day a little bit. I have 3 pieces that I can give you. If you'd like.
A film?
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll need to talk because I have a problem sending it. So you can instruct me or something how to send it.
We
But I'm sorry, Christina, go ahead.
David, you know about WeTransfer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't-
I use that. It works great.
Okay, I don't know what that is or how to do it.
It's on Google.
Yeah, WeTransfer, just look up WeTransfer.com. It allows you to send large files like videos and stuff through WeTransfer. It doesn't cost anything.
Okay, and I want to send it to David. David, can you give me your email?
Mhm.
sure.
Put it on the chat.
3908.
Wait, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Put it in chat.
Put it on the
Three. All right, I'll put it in the chat.
chat.
Thank you.
Hi, Irene.
Hello.
Hello, Gordon. Fred,
Steve.
Steve.
Hello, just a second.
Okay.
Hello,
Hello.
how's everyone this morning?
Good,
Okay.
good.
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 Me?
And anyway, the shoot at the church went great. A great bunch of people. I can't believe they serve so much food and they're all so small, Most, and they eat these big plates of vegetables and chicken and stuff, and just incredible. So I was very
Okay.
this is a-
David, do you see Bonnie's email on the thing there? She needs your email in the chat too.
I sent it to her. David, you sent it to me incorrectly. I forwarded it to Bonnie.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bonnie.
That's okay. The pieces came out very nice. So I'd like to share them with you.
Okay, let's go around and say hello to everybody. You've been saying it one at a time, but Christina, what's new?
Nothing. I got my drone and I love it.
Great.
Good. Glad to hear it. Have you tried to test it at your home,
Oh, yes.
outside your home?
Yeah, I posted on the webpage. I flew it. I unlocked it.
Okay.
No problem.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
You know,
The
Cool.
restricted area ends at St. Andrews.
okay, because
Yeah.
they have some coming up that'll be interesting for drone flyers. I'm looking at the newspaper. I'm sure you all have a copy of this. It's this thing down here on the front page, which is the golf cart parade, the classic car
Mhm.
show, and the Roy Orbison tribute, which would be good for like 3 different people to cover, or 3 different groups, or one person who has more energy than I have, but it would be interesting to have some drone shots of those, especially the parade, the golf cart parade and the classic car show without flying over people, but you can do it from the other side of the street. Just turn your camera the right way and it comes out just fine. Okay.
Sounds like fun.
David,
Yes, sir.
they're looking for pictures for the calendar
Yes.
in the
Okay.
newspaper. If anybody has pictures they want to submit to the calendar to try put David out of work, here's your opportunity. There's a notice in the paper about it. He usually gets 3 or 4 photos in there. So you have a good target. Hey, Charlie, how you doing?
Do they have a spot that you can upload them to, or
It's in the
or
paper.
just send them like just send them to the paper
Yeah,
to Steve or
You know, it's in the paper.
All right, yeah,
Take your best shot for the 2023 calendar, page 3.
okay.
It'll give you all the information. For more information on technical requirements, it has a phone number.
I have a
Okay.
I have a half a dozen pictures so far.
Well,
We're gonna start calling it the David Wolf annual calendar.
yeah, yeah, we gotta enthrone him. Come on, people. At least wind up as a legion or something, you know. Charlie, I said hello to you and you disappeared on me. How you doing?
Yeah. Oh, you scared me. Anyway, yeah. Hey, I noticed in the paper that they said there's going to be a power outage in Mutual 15 from 8 to 4 tomorrow. Or
Oh, I didn't
Friday.
see 15. I thought it was
Well,
2 or
there-
something.
Well, they were in the paper. It says 8 to 5 for Mutual 15 and some other mutuals in that
Ah.
area. But then I got a Leisure World Live message
Right.
saying that Mutual 3 was going to be out from 8 to 5, 8 to 4.
So we have no idea what's going to be out.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm in 14, so it's close, but
Be prepared.
After this sewer thing we're putting in.
Kind of crazy. But anyway, I've got a intermediate school graduation this evening. Tomorrow evening, I got a high school graduation. They were both at Santa Ana Stadium, wherever that is. And
In Santa Ana. In Santa Ana.
gee, thanks, Joseph. I don't know what I'd do without you. But
I don't either.
anyway, we had a new member at the theater club the other day, Ed Jablowski. He also apparently joined the Video Producers Club.
Yep.
Had an interesting history behind him. But he's going to be in our next show for the theater club. So
Cool.
that's all I got for today, other than I'm not sure about 5 o'clock tonight because I'm not sure what time we're going to leave for that graduation. So, but I'll let you know if I can't be there.
Okay, cool. Well, I have your email going out automatically, so should I stop it?
No, keep
Okay, all right.
sending it out. Joe sent one out already. On the
Yeah,
one he
mine
sent-
goes out like at 11:59 this morning.
Yeah, Joe sent notice of yours, but he's got on there May 9th instead of June 9th.
Luckily, no one paid attention to that.
No.
Hi, Fred.
hi. I have a little story.
You're kind of in the dark.
You want to wait till you go around, or should I tell it now?
No, you can tell it now, but if you have a light, you know, there you go. Okay.
Anyway, I watch a lot of sailing stuff on YouTube because that's
Uh-huh.
one of my interests. But the other day I stumbled across a site, and I'll put it in the chat, called Chris Harbor Natural Building. And basically the story is it's a couple, but the guy sort of features in it, and I think his girlfriend is shooting the video. So he started up this channel, and I think he's English, but they're in Wales, and they bought like 20 acres some years ago. And this guy, almost single-handedly, he built a house, kind of a, what you call from cob, it's kind of like mud and hay and that kind of stuff, but real basic stuff. He built a house, then he built a workshop, then he built a tower with a wind blade to produce wind power. And then because there's a flowing stream up above his property, so there's head, he installed this hydroelectric, basically generate electricity, water coming down this pipe. And I don't know.
I thought you were going to say he invented the fishing rod, but
No, but the guy is really quite amazing. And I like seeing people building stuff. I'm not very handy, but this guy's got a wood shop, and he can build anything out of wood. And then he's got a metal shop, and he's got one of those laser, I don't even know what to call it, that cuts sheet steel and stuff so he can draw a pattern
Uh-huh.
on the computer and it just goes on and on and on. But the guy is just so ingenious and he's very calm, soft-spoken guy. And so I kind of got hooked on watching that. I'll put it in the chat. So you just go on YouTube and type in the Chris Harbor Natural Building. I just found it kind of interesting. I'm sure it's not everybody. So he's totally off the grid. He built a bigger house and he's got everything. He's got it's in Wales. He's got 220 volts, but the house, while it's built out of kind of like, looks like a hobbit house, he's got, because of his, he's got an inverter and he's got big battery banks and all that stuff. He's running like regular 220 in his house. He's got everything just like in a normal house, rather than some of these off-grid places, they got candles or they never have enough electricity and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I
So
just
how
found
far
it
off the grid can he be if you're watching videos of him?
Well, he does have high-speed internet.
Oh,
So he can't be he's probably not that far from a town, but he's not connected to the grid.
mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Good
so I'll
for
put
him.
it, yeah, I'll put it in the chat. I just find it very interesting. I mean, you
Okay,
can,
good.
yeah.
Bonnie, how you doing?
Very well, thank you. I want to thank everybody that's reached out to help me with some of the questions that I've had about this, doing things with my Apple iPad. But thank you. Everything else is fine. I'm done.
Okay. Good morning, Gordon.
Hold on. Oh, shoot. You caught me. Okay. Hi. I've got a lot more information about the TV services about to happen in Leisure World.
Okay, good.
I don't know when the appropriate time to go through that, or is
It's
it now?
appropriate time to go through it now. Yep,
Okay.
perfect.
Well, first of all, the deal is not finalized yet, so it's still and working out a transition. So that's some of the information I think you'll get later. It is, I think it's going to be significantly cheaper than what it is now. How everybody
Okay,
will
excuse me a second, Gordon. David, do you
Yeah.
have something going on, some sound thing?
Me?
What?
Yeah. Phone, anything?
I'm.
I
I
could hear a
moved my
second
phone.
voice. Go ahead, Gordon, sorry.
No problem. So it's, I think a lot of things need to be worked out in the transition. So, and some questions still need to be answered. I think of most interest to the club would be a channel that would be available to them. So much like what Superwire had, or it's, and I think you also received SBTV at some point. That's not in the plans right now, and so now is the time to probably speak up and ask for those things because
Mhm.
there's things aren't finalized yet, and now's the time to maybe push for some things that you guys want.
Well, you're on the board, right? Or on the committee or something?
I'm on the committee, yes. So
Can we ask you, since they're gonna have every mutual is gonna have a channel, right?
I would hope so, only if they ask for it, though. I would think.
Okay,
And it's no longer a Golden Rain Foundation service. It's going to be a mutual. Each mutual is going to have to sign up for this. And
Okay.
Golden Rain Foundation pretty much wants a hands off of this. So that's quite
good for them. They just want the money. They don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Charlie has a question.
Yeah,
Charlie.
they still.
Charlie?
Yeah, they still need 70% of the total of Leisure World.
At the rate that they're quoting, yes, they prefer 70%, and I question that because there's less Spectrum people out there. But if you combine DirecTV and Frontier boxes, then those people who will convert, I think you'd have more than enough. But instead of like I think it's $29 for the basic service, it might jump up another $3 or $4 if it's, if you don't get up to 70, if you get up to 60%, it probably comes up, $3 more extra. So that's why I think things are still in flux and depends on how many people sign up.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay, so then it would be the mutuals collecting the money for this?
No, I believe this Interact Solutions would be the billing people, just like, for your Verizon Internet or,
Spectrum.
yeah, Spectrum. Well, right, yeah. So it's, I don't think any of the mutuals, and especially the Golden Rain Foundation, is done handling the billing for all this stuff. And it's probably a good thing because it can be overwhelming.
Who's the person in your club or in your group that's working on this that I would contact to talk to about a channel?
Nick Massetti.
Say again?
Nick Massetti, he's has been a GRF director. I don't know if he has been reelected. I don't think so.
Okay, can you put his email in my
Yeah,
chat?
put it in the chat.
Okay. Go ahead, David.
So we're talking about signing up for this new TV service. Are we supposed to sign up now, or are we supposed to? It's
No.
coming somewhere down the pike.
Yeah, there's actually in the paper they mention RSVP. Go to their website and you RSVP. And I understand you can only do this within Leisure World. Outside Leisure World, you don't have access to RSVP. RSVP is just a contact list. You sign up to put your email in, and as things get updated, they'll send out emails to you if you sign up with this RSVP.
Get on their the mailing list.
Yeah, apparently had a meeting with Superwire yesterday. It's the first time I've personally been in that trailer, and it they say they got 100 or more people coming up to them wanting to transition right away and switch things around, and so the communication needs to get improved tremendously.
They're in that building now? They're in Superwire's building?
No, the new company is not in.
Okay.
They're trying to figure out what to do with that building now, as they transition out of
Give
it.
it to the Video Producers Club. What else?
That's, I guess, the Trust Golden Rain Foundation. Yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it? I don't know what shape it's in, termites and stuff.
I know what shape it's in. We've been in there a bunch of times.
Okay. Well, then that's something to bring up with Golden Rain Foundation, because I think they are fine just abandoning it. Just, they don't want to tear it down and take it away. Golden
Yeah.
Rain Foundation may want that to happen, to have it torn down. But if you have an interest in it, I would push to
Yep.
keep it up
Before
there.
they give it to the library for something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll get in
Something
touch
else
with
that doesn't
PRF
get
about it.
used.
That
Give
would
us-
make
Fred?
the bingo club very happy.
Okay,
They-
we'll be better with raising our hands, I think, because I didn't hear what Fred said, and I didn't hear what David followed it up with. Fred's gone silent for us. David, what did you say?
I was just saying, if they give us that building, the radio club would be pretty happy about that. If we give
Well,
them,
I'm not trying to make the radio club happy. I'm
Oh.
trying to make me happy.
yes. That's true.
Go ahead, Gordon.
They do have one little corner of a back room that has security network stuff in it.
Yeah,
The way it's maintained, the way it's there, it's awful. I would hope they would rip that out or vastly improve it, but it's
well,
just a little
that's
section.
the Superwire channel.
Well, there's
back
that,
there.
plus there's another rack next to it that
Mhm.
has some, what I was told is some security computers and network switch. So,
Yeah, but
And-
that's
and
how
it's
we
an-
put the Superwire programs on, by going to that building and uploading them in that back room.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying that back room is also used by Golden Rain Foundation for some security purposes.
Well,
But-
yeah,
But I think it's in horrible shape. I'd like to find out who's responsible for that and slap them on the hand because it's in terrible shape.
well, it's people throwing stuff in there that they're going to work on someday.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So that's all the information I have. There's a lot more information to come. How this transition will develop is still on the table. So stay tuned.
So it looks like Interact Solutions is the provider that they're looking at. And is that interactsolutions.com?
Yes,
Okay.
I think that's what it is. They've mostly done a lot of hospitality, a lot of hotels throughout the whole country. And the CEO of this actually lives Naples Island in Long Beach. So it's he's really close and very interested in opening up his services to wide communities, multifamily community. So it's something we need to be aware of, that they're used to talking to hotel executives and stuff and not senior residents. So I
Well, they're
think
going to have
that's-
to learn some things, aren't
Yeah,
they?
and we're going to have to teach them. Yes.
Okay. You were going to put
Yeah.
an
I'll go
email
find
for
it.
Nassetti in there for me? Okay. Hi, Irene.
Hello. There's a
How's it
lot,
going?
there's a lot going on
For example,
for the voting and
Oh, yeah.
filling out papers and forms and things. Yeah. Doing a lot of catch up work.
good. Okay.
Work.
Steve, how you doing?
Okay. Just kind of listening.
That's it, huh?
Yeah. They say if you do more listening than talking, you don't.
You don't talk as much.
No, that's right.
Hi, Susan.
Hi.
Does everybody know Susan? You've seen her here before.
Yeah,
You're new to the club, right?
Pardon?
You're new to the club.
Yes, yes. And I'm still, I still need to send in my dues. I realized I haven't done that yet, but I will. Then I'll be official.
They know where you live.
get right on it.
Yeah, well, as much as people like to think so, the dues aren't the most important part. What are you interested in this club about? What do you want to do?
I'm most interested in post-production work because I do a lot of Photoshop graphics and things.
Uh-huh. Well, good. There's a resource. There's a calendar challenge for you, David.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a second and write down this email that Gordon sent me here.
I'd be interested in seeing some of your work.
Uh-huh.
I use Photoshop myself a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can send you something if you want to see some of my portfolio.
Sure. I'll put my email. I think my email is still in the chat.
You gonna show her your etchings, David?
What's up?
You gonna show her your etchings?
Yeah. Yeah, just you know.
So
I
is
took
I'm looking at chat. Is your email in chat, David?
yeah, 3908 WD.
I don't see it.
No, it's not made public. Dave,
Okay.
I sent it to Bonnie.
I'll put it available to everyone.
Yep. Okay. Good idea. So if anybody wants to do photo editing, they know who to contact, right?
Absolutely.
What do you then use your photos for after you're done with them? What is the final thing?
For me, I don't work with photos. I do graphics.
Oh,
I design
graphics.
my own
okay.
graphics for a lot of the clubs, flyers and posters.
Oh,
So I do a lot of title pages I've done title pages for our karaoke videos and things like that.
and you do it in Photoshop?
Yes. And I do it the 16:9 ratio. So I mean, so that it fits on the screen okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, do we have anybody in here that could do a logo for the Video Producers Club? Oh, there she is. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Well,
want one.
own t-shirts out there.
3908.
So are you kind of leaving it up to me to talk to Susan about this, or does anybody have input they'd like to make about a logo?
Say, are we gonna put up suggestions as far as logos go? Or do we already have a logo?
I said we don't have a logo, David.
Yeah.
Do you only just talk, and then when someone else talks, you just kind of,
What kind of elements are you thinking about to include?
haven't thought about it yet.
A camera.
That's why I'm asking people here to
A video
jump in.
camera?
Video camera.
Video camera, TV set, wires.
Green screen.
Yeah.
Put it all right in the video camera.
I always like to, integrate some action words in these things too. Have some
Yeah.
creative, show your creative outlet or whatever, stuff like that.
Uh-huh. We had a guy make a thing for the drone club, and that turned out pretty good. I don't want to just show you his because it's but like think of it as something that might go on a hat. You know what I mean, Susan?
Okay.
Like this, or a square, or wings, or I don't know.
Mouse ears.
Like for the drone club, I wanted a propeller on top of the hat, but no one went for that.
Okay, I'll think about that. I'll send you a couple
Okay.
of drafts.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Anybody else have input for that?
Well, we should come up with a mascot, use that as a silhouette or something.
That's an idea.
Turtles.
I had a dog in one of the videos that was the mascot. In one of the early, it wasn't a live dog, of course, it was a cartoon dog. I even forget his name, but he had a name.
We could have
Victor
like
the dog-
Vinny
the
the
dog
video.
photographer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
We
sorry.
could have like Vinny the video vulture.
Okay, that's the way to get us invited to things, Fred, thank you.
We could use a leprechaun or something because it's magic.
Go ahead, Irene.
How about a giant eyeball?
Yeah, that would work.
And then with CBS,
Yep, they already think we're spying on them, so
You
let's
mentioned
just go that
wings.
extra step. I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, sorry.
You mentioned wings. We could like put a flying goose or something. I don't know, just throwing it out there.
Video camera with wings.
Camera with wings.
On a video camera.
We should stop because we don't want to cloud her mind too much with this.
Yeah.
With these, with our great ideas, you know, she's overwhelmed by now, I'm sure.
Can somebody repeat what we talked to? Is it, earlier was called transfer?
Yeah,
That's what it is?
what
Okay.
about it?
Nothing, I didn't write down the whole word.
Yeah, it's one word, we transfer.
I got it, thank you.
WeTransfer.com.
Thank you. Okay,
And you just upload the files there and then give the email address of who you want to send it to. You don't
and I
have to
can do that
join.
through my Apple iPad?
Yes,
Okay,
Yeah.
I
thank
think
you.
so. Just go to the internet and do it. Safari.
You could do that or use a real computer.
Well, it happens to be on my Apple, so I'm
just kidding you, Bonnie.
okay. Well, I'm taking all this real seriously. Thank you. You got me on that one, Joseph. 1 point for you.
You don't want me to start talking about Apple WWDC this year, I'm sure.
Well, I guess we'll do that on your forum
Yeah, I
or
looked
whatever
up
Joseph wants.
you brought up last time, you brought up the Star Trek. Is that what it's called?
Oh, Starlink, that's yeah.
Starlink.
And mentioning Starlink again, since how you gave me the opening, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but my daughter and son-in-law have a ranch in kind of, I don't know, it's in eastern Texas. It's almost to Louisiana, but it's, I don't know, it's 2 hours from Dallas or something, but it's out in the middle of nowhere, to make a long story short. And they just got their Starlink hooked up, and apparently it works great.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of good hookups in Texas since he has a factory there. But it depends on so many things, on the ground stations and where they relay to. And the stuff I've read makes it sound like it's not ready, but it probably is at very specific locations.
Yeah, it's in progress for sure. I mentioned, I think last time, that some people, because I'm interested in boating and stuff, some people, of course, people on boats really are looking for something because they, to have internet on your boat is just prohibitively expensive. So those people are really interested, and some people have already installed them on their boats. And I think it works, but maybe only inshore. When I say that, like 12 miles or something, because I don't know. I guess
there's an island about 500 or 1,000 miles out in the Pacific that Starlink works at.
Okay, so who knows how? I don't know how that all works, but for boats, it would be a real winner, because apparently, I mentioned before, I've been on big mega yachts where they have these, very sophisticated systems that cost thousands of dollars, and it's $10 a minute and all that. And the average Joe can't afford that. But apparently this Starlink thing hooks on, and it hooks onto the satellite, and it's really, it doesn't have to be swiveling around all the time just because your boat's moving, because that's always been an issue in the past. Is how do you maintain contact with the satellite? And apparently they figured that out. I mean, if they can make those rocket things come back and land standing up, that other thing sounds simple by comparison.
Well, I think that, like, when you send something, it goes up to the satellite, then bounces down to a ground station, and then it seeks your closest ground station and transmits it to there, then transmits it to you. And the process is backwards when you're sending it, but it's all at the speed of light, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
Beth,
doesn't matter an awful lot, but it's, the last I heard, it was about $100 a month.
Yeah, and I'm paying 85 now. So,
Mhm.
you know, uh,
Plus the equipment, you got to buy some special
right.
equipment to put your
But
antenna
there's
outside.
a guy was on YouTube actually that I don't know if they live in the RV, but they travel around a lot, and he was kind of testing it and posting stuff on the internet.
Mhm.
And in the beginning, he had to keep changing. It's sort of like the old satellite dish. You got to keep changing your address, when you move around and stuff. But apparently now the roaming feature is in place. So now suddenly he doesn't need to do that anymore. So wherever he goes, where there is a connection, he can get connected.
Yeah, like it has a VPN,
Something like that. Yeah.
a virtual network, wherever they are. Like you can buy a VPN and it lets you put yourself anywhere in the world. So
I'm
if
sure.
people are trying to track you, they'll never find you in Yugoslavia, which doesn't exist anymore, I realize, but
Yeah. I mean, it's just it's a little eye on the future. I mean, we may be sort of poo-pooing it now, but if suddenly one day you can get that service at half the price you're paying for your internet, people will be, signing up.
mhm. Yeah,
Or
I
it could
think
be built,
the-
let's just say it could be just like Sirius Radio or whatever they call that in cars. You buy a car and you get that radio
Yeah.
service. It could be in the future you buy your car and it have internet supplied by Musk's outfit or something.
yeah,
Who
well,
knows?
they already have the iPad voice thing, right? Alexa or something?
I don't know
Siri.
about that. You're talking about CarPlay?
Siri? Yeah,
Siri.
Yeah, I don't know because I have an older car, so I don't know about all that stuff.
yeah. I think the great thing probably about Starlink is bringing internet to places like Africa, and New Zealand, Australia. Their internet is horrible.
Yeah, I
You
think
know?
that's the whole idea. Yeah, because there's obviously a lot of people in the world, and it could be a case where, let's say there's some small village in Africa and there's like 50 people there. They could get one connection, and if it was $100 a month, everybody they could probably afford it.
Go ahead, David.
yeah, I'm just fascinated by these pictures you see from the desert, like over in the Middle East somewhere, where everybody's got a cell phone. They're out in the middle of the desert, and everybody's talking, on their cell phone.
Yeah, but it's probably just the guy on the camel behind them.
Man, I can't even get good reception driving down the street,
Well, one of the things about desert, you can have a long line of sight. You don't have to. You don't have 50-story buildings in the way.
None of those pesky trees.
Right.
Yeah, but even they're in a building with a dirt floor, and they got a cell phone, and they're still talking on them. I don't know.
Well, in Africa, a lot of people do their, these are people that don't have very much money, so they do kind of transactions on their phone. They don't have a bank account. They do, I don't know how it works. It's like Western Union. You go down to the tobacco shop and say, put $10 on my phone, and then you send it to somebody out in the
Yeah, it's a
neighboring
built-in
village
debit
that you owe
card.
money to.
Yeah, it's like a built-in debit card.
Yeah.
Or what do they have? It's EBT, is that what they use for food stamps?
I think so.
EBT
Yeah.
account?
But I pay about 85 bucks, and it's going to go up here again, just for internet.
That's what I have too. That's exactly what I pay.
television channels.
What's your speed, David?
500.
I pay $60 for Frontier, 500 over 500.
Well, that's a good deal.
Yeah, and the new system is going to give it for 58, the new interactive solutions or whatever.
That's not Spectrum, right?
Sounds fair, yes.
So that's Frontier.
Well,
And I think Frontier advertises fiber, as I recall.
Yeah, I have fiber optics.
I just gotta call Spectrum and tell them I want a better deal. And they
Well,
should.
good luck with that, David. You can report back next month when you come out of the rabbit hole they send you down.
No, they give you this special offer that lasts for 9 months or a year,
Mhm.
you know, and it's $20 off or something.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I was only paying $49.95. And now those two offers gone by, and I'm almost up to $100 now. I will be.
Yeah, I think it's 2 year. I think because I had the sort of sticker shock because I was paying, like you said, $50, and then 1 month it was 85, and I called up and they said, yeah, that was the introductory offer, and it just ran out. So now you're on the $85 plan. But I did check my speed this morning. It was 463, so I can't complain on that.
I gotta tell them I want the introductory offer. Why can't we all get the introductory offer? Why do you have to gouge us, you know? Because they're not paying.
And they didn't just hang up on you?
No, I actually,
Go
you
ahead,
should call
Christina.
them. You should call them.
They're probably
I-
paid pennies.
I do that with Sirius, you know, the radio. I have it in my car, and I use the car very seldom, so I don't want to be paying a lot of money for it. So every year I call them and tell them, look, this is how much I drive. I'm not going to cancel me. I'm not going to continue. And they always give me the introductory price. So,
Yeah, and then if you ask for a supervisor, they'll give you a better introductory price.
yeah, well.
Yeah, they
It's
have
about
a,
a 10 supervisor tier. You know, you just have to keep asking to go up.
I'm
the first word you want to use is Frontier, because when they think you're going to switch, they really get nervous.
Spectrum could care less.
I mean, I'm always, when I talk to somebody, I always ask them their name, you know? What's your first name? You know, what's your name? What's your last name? And then, you know, if I can't get anywhere with them, I have to speak to a supervisor.
Yeah, and people in the Philippines have unusual names.
I'll give you a little secret. When I was in customer service, the supervisor was the guy that would pick up the phone next to me, you know? And not next to me, virtually next to me, you know? He's at home too, working on this. And, you know, yeah, my name's Bob, I'm a supervisor, and, you know.
In early credit cards, everybody used the same name. They did. All the women used one name and the men were Mr. Bond and the women were Mrs. Bond. So you always got the same person on the phone. You were lucky in those days. Okay, any other earth-shaking business that people want to conduct here? Any more gossip to talk about or? No?
I see the pool got delayed again.
Yes, yeah. And it's a custom part. They don't even sell the part, right? It has to be manufactured.
Yeah.
So maybe this internet stuff is another deal like the pool.
I thought they might give up and fill it in turn it into a skate park. Something.
Skateboard, skating board.
I mean,
Skate
I've been
park.
here. It's
That's
only
the way
been
to decrease the population about 40%, is make a skate park in here. The manufacturers of artificial hips would like be giving us a bonus.
If it was any good, it might as well be. I mean, you can look over the fence and at least you see water, but
Okay, hey, everybody, thank you for coming. It's great to see everybody.
all right.
Thanks so
Bye-bye.
much. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye. See you next
Okay,
week.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.